Fans, to another episode here of Tim Reynolds Show's Week 6 review for the 2025 NFL season, right here on one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. Hope you guys are doing well as we get everything set up here. Hope I don't knock anything over. Jeez. All right, here we go. Hope everything's working well as we make sure got volume working. Wait for a few people to get on the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Hell yeah, here we go. Okay, let's get everything set up here in the chat. All right, there we go. Hope you guys are doing well. All right. So let's get things started here, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we got to start out with the Thursday night football matchup where we would see a prime time NFC East division matchup with the New York Giants, the home team, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And guys, we would see the Giants pull off the major upset here in this one. And ladies and gentlemen, it would be the Giants winning this one 34-17. As we go over the stats and key plays here in this one, it was Cam Skattebo with this breakout game with 3 touchdowns on the ground in the running attack there for the New York Giants, and this was an epic comeback there, or an epic win, I should say, for the New York Giants here in this one. They had the lead 13-10 in the first quarter and were able to hold on all the way to the end. So an excellent win here for the New York Giants as they get back to 2-4 on the season. We did see Jackson Dart have a great game as well. 17 for 25 for 195 yards and 1 touchdown pass. He also used his legs with 13 carries for 58 yards and a touchdown on the ground. 34 points scored by this New York Giants football team against this Philadelphia Eagles defense. It was most certainly a tough showing here for the Eagles as we look at them after going over the wide receiving numbers here for the New York Giants. Wendell Robinson had 6 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown, and LaJordan Humphrey really balled out in this one with 4 catches for 55 yards. Cam Skattebo also added 2 catches for 12 yards to his day, and we've seen Jalen Hurts for the Philadelphia Eagles have 24 for 33 passing for 283 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 1 crucial interception. The Giants defense was able to sack the quarterback 3 times in this one, so they were really able to harass Jalen Hurts throughout this game. Saquon Barkley, unfortunately, a down day for him. 12 carries for 58 yards. Not a good day on the running the ball for the Philadelphia Eagles. Only 73 yards rushing in this matchup. We did see Dallas Goedert be the number 1 target here in this offense with 9 catches on 11 targets for 110 yards and a touchdown grab. A.J. Brown with 6 catches for 80 yards, and Devontae Smith had 4 catches for 49 yards as well in this matchup. And unfortunately for the Eagles, they've now lost a couple of games in a row, and I wonder how that's going to pan out for Philadelphia going forward. But a big win here for the New York Giants last week in Week 6. And guys, to start the Sunday slate, we have to go over the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. And guys, the Dolphins would get the lead in the 4th quarter after scoring 14 points. But late in this one, with just a few seconds remaining, we would see Justin Herbert and this offense get down the field for the game-winning field goal as time expired, as we see Dicker the kicker make one there to give the Los Angeles Chargers the win on the road in a tough game for Miami. They looked like they were going to win this one, and honestly, their defense, unfortunately, just gave up way too many yards downfield. And man, the Chargers, they're a tough team here, but the Dolphins really had a lot of chances to win this game. Unfortunately for them, they ended up with the L, as we see Tua Tagovailoa had 205 passing yards, 21 for 32, 1 touchdown pass, but 3 interceptions in this game, and his comments after the game really stir up the social media this week. And I tell you what, man, it was tough to see and a tough performance here for the Dolphins. We see Devon Achane with 16 carries for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Achane's really been starting to get this running game going for Miami, so hopefully this continues going forward, especially with this excellent day on the ground for Achane. We also see he had 4 catches for 22 yards, so right now, if you got Devon Achane in fantasy, you are balling as of late here for the Dolphins offense. That was about it, though. We did see Jalen Waddle do his thing with 6 catches for 95 yards, and then we seen Jalen Hill, number 89, with 3 catches for 31 yards. We also seen Malik Washington with 4 catches for 22 yards, but that was about it. Waller did get into the end zone, the veteran tight end, with 2 catches for 12 yards and the touchdown grab, but it just was not a very good game for the Dolphins all around. And on the Chargers side of things, we see on offense, Justin Herbert finished 29 for 38 for 264 passing yards and 2 touchdown passes in this one. He was only sacked 1 time, and they didn't really turn the ball over in this one either. But we did see Kamini Vendel, number 30, the third string running back, I believe, with 18 carries for 124 yards. A breakout performance for him on the ground for the Chargers running attack. And then we also seen Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey is back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see he had 7 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown grab. I tell you what, guys, this is so cool to see. And how about Gaskin, number 86? We see him with 7 catches for 68 yards. That was a really good day for him. And Keenan Allen continues to perform in this offense with 4 catches for 27 yards as well. And we also seen the rookie Trey Harris get involved as well, number 9, with 4 catches for 27 yards as well for this Chargers team that comes up with a big win here in this one. What's up, guys? We see we got some people now hanging out in the chat. Mr. Fulton, what's going on? Hello, Tim. Man, big news. I made it to the next round of NBC's The Voice this season of this year. I will be on TV November 1st. Yo, let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Fulton Mars in the chat. I know I've seen you in here before, man. Congratulations on making it to the next round on NBC's The Voice. Dude, that is freaking awesome, man. Way to follow your dreams, and good luck in the show, man. That is so, so cool. Thanks for sharing that here on Tim Reynolds Show. All right, guys, so a big win for the Chargers, 29-27, a heartbreaking last-second win, and you got to wonder, when will we start seeing the Dolphins start selling off pieces before the trade deadline? I'm telling you, man, it's going to be tough to see what happens with the Dolphins by the end of the season, but the Chargers look like a legit playoff team as they improve to 4-2. And then up next, guys, we've got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Seahawks come out with the victory 20-12 here in this one. As we see, Sam Darnold had a great day, 16 for 27 for 295 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. And how about Jackson Smith-Njigba? This guy continues to ball out as JSN has 8 catches for 162 yards and a touchdown grab here with a long 61-yard reception on 13 targets. It was an excellent day for JSN. We also see A.J. Barner starting to break out here as the tight end number 1 for this offense with 3 catches for 71 yards in this game. And Cooper Kupp gets his first touchdown as a Seattle Seahawk with 2 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown grab. Kenneth Walker, not a good day for him on the ground or for Zach Charbonnet. As we see, they combined for just 60 yards on the ground for Seattle. They've got to get that running game going a little bit better for the Seahawks. But we see for the Jacksonville Jaguars, another tough day for Trevor Lawrence. 27 for 42, but 258 passing yards, so not too bad. 2 touchdown passes as well. But this Seattle defense sacked Trevor Lawrence 7 times, guys. This is crazy. We've seen them and the Denver Broncos defense sacked the quarterback almost 10 times in a single game. What an incredible performance here from the Seattle defense. Seattle looks like a legit playoff contender here with this big victory. We've seen Travis Etienne finished with 12 carries for 27 yards. Not a good day for him. Jacksonville only had 59 rushing yards as a team in this game, but Brian Thomas Jr. balled out in this one with 8 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown. But that was about it for the Jacksonville offense in this this one. The Seattle defense really shut down the offense for the Jags, getting to the quarterback constantly throughout this game. And the offense really took control of the football and were able to get the victory. So congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. They look like a legit contender. And now Jacksonville's looking to bounce back after another loss, their first loss at home this season. And then, guys, coming up next, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. And it was a 13-11 final here in this one across the pond there in London. And yeah, I can't imagine this was a fun game to watch, guys. I tell you what, the Broncos, though, we're starting to see this offense click just a little bit more here. Bo Nix, 19 for 30, but only 174 passing yards in this one touchdown pass, but they only got sacked one time, so the offensive line's playing a little bit better. We see J.K. Dobbins with 14 carries for 40 yards, but only 78 total rushing yards as a team. They've got to really improve on the offensive side of the ball because, guys, the defense for Denver is dominating. They are the top defense in the league this year. There is no doubt about it. We see 9 sacks on the New York Jets quarterback Justin Fields in this game. Guys, this was crazy. We seen Justin Fields went 9 for 17 for 45 passing yards, but technically it was negative 10 passing yards net as a team. That is crazy. That stat alone, negative 10 passing yards gave up by the defense, and then you sacked the quarterback 9 times? What a dominating performance here for the Broncos defense, and they needed it because the offense for Denver wasn't able to put up hardly any points. They scored 10 points in the first quarter, and that was it. They got a field goal in the fourth, and that was all the points that this Jets defense gave up. We did see in the receiving game, Evan Ingram is starting to look like a big target now for this offense with 5 catches for 42 yards. We also see Nate Atkins with 2 catches for 23 yards and the touchdown grab. Not a good game for Cortland Sutton, only 1 catch for the top wide receiver there for the Broncos. And we've seen Garrett Wilson, a tough day for him. 3 catches for 13 yards on 8 targets, but he also got banged up in this game. So going forward, Garrett Wilson may be absent from that Jets offense. And guys, the Jets fall to 0-6 on the year, but the Denver Broncos improved to 4-2, and that defense makes them a legit contender right now and going forward for the Denver Broncos. And then, guys, up next, we got the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Arizona Cardinals, and we would see the Colts pull out the victory in this one, 31-27. The Cardinals really kept it close, especially with backup quarterback, the veteran Jacoby Brissett, who actually was a former starter for the Colts back in the day. He went 27 for 44 for 320 yards, 2 touchdown passes, only 1 pick. He was sacked twice, but a great performance there from the veteran in this Cardinals offense. I mean, did Brissett run this offense better than Kyler Murray? I mean, maybe you could say that, but it was a big performance from him. We've seen Bam Knight with the breakout performance at running back with 11 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. He looks like the clear number 1 running back here in this offense right now for Arizona, but they only had 88 rushing yards as a team in this one. Zay Jones was the number 1 target here with 5 catches for 79 yards, and Trey McBride, that fabulous tight end there for Arizona, had 8 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown on 11 targets. What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, if you guys have any football questions, please don't be afraid to ask those guys with the super chats, and really appreciate you guys hanging out on the channel. So yeah, going over the rest of the receiving core here for Arizona, Michael Wilson with 4 catches for 44 yards as well. Number 14 is starting to break out for this offense, but guys, we are seeing Marvin Harrison Jr. only 2 catches for 32 yards, and he suffered an injury in this game. I hope he's okay. I believe it was a concussion, so hopefully he's able to bounce back from that. But we've seen the Indianapolis Colts, Daniel Jones balls out with 22 for 30 with 212 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He did throw a pick in this one, but Jonathan Taylor does his thing with 21 carries for 123 yards and a rushing touchdown in this one. Daniel Jones used his legs as well with a rushing touchdown in this one on 5 carries for 20 yards. And Tyler Warren continues to break out as one of the top rookies this season, with the tight end having 6 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown grab. Alec Pierce with 2 catches for 48 yards, and Josh Downs with 6 catches for 42 yards and a touchdown touchdown grab here in this one for the Indianapolis Colts. A big win for them after they were able to score 14 points in the fourth quarter to beat the Cardinals and come back and win this one. So a big win for the Colts. They're 5-1 this year, 4-0 at home. They are legit, a legit contender there in the AFC. And then up next, guys, we got my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they're taking on the San Francisco 49ers this past week. And oh my goodness, what a hell of a game here from both teams that were suffering injuries, not only coming into this game, but also leaving this game, guys, because the big news coming out of this one is the Buccaneers are going to be without their star rookie wide receiver, Emeka Egbuka, who suffered a hamstring injury in this game in the second quarter. And for the 49ers, their all-pro linebacker, Fred Warner, unfortunately suffered an ankle injury, and he's now going to miss the rest of the 2025 NFL season. That's another big blow to that defense that's now lost two of their top defenders this season for the San Francisco 49ers. But going into this game, guys, we've seen Mac Jones really ball out, and he continued to do that with over 347 passing yards here in this one, 27 for 39. But he had two crucial interceptions as the Bucs defense was able to take advantage of some turnovers here, and the defense got to the quarterback 6 times in this game. One hell of a performance here for the Bucs defense. Christian McCaffrey was held to 17 carries for 54 yards and a rushing touchdown, but he also had 7 catches for 57 yards as well. He was used really throughout the passing game throughout the day. Kendrick Bourne with another big breakout performance there for the 49ers with 5 catches for 142 yards. We've seen the tight end Jake Tongs taking over for George Kittle with 6 catches for 58 yards as well. Now, hopefully we'll see George Kittle return either this week or next week coming up for the 49ers here soon, but a tough, gritty performance from them as the Buccaneers get the victory 30-19 in this one after quarterback Baker Mayfield balls and does his thing. This guy is the leading MVP candidate this season in the 2025 NFL season. As we see, he goes 17 for 23 for 256 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns in this one. He was kept clean as well. Only 1 sack given up by this offensive line, which was nice to see. They also ran the ball pretty well, with Rachaad White having 17 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. Sean Tucker gets his first touchdown of the year on 6 carries for 25 yards. And Baker Mayfield only had 3 carries for 14 yards. But guys, on a 3rd down and long, when the Bucs had to have it, Baker Mayfield breaks out of a sack and continues to ball out. And he would get the first down on what I believe was 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 15, something like that. And that was a crucial 3rd down that the Bucs needed in the fourth quarter. We've seen Baker Mayfield continue to ball and lead this offense, especially without his top 3 wideouts and his starting running back. This is crazy. The offensive line just started getting healthy, but they're still without their starting right tackle and right guard. The right guard's going to miss the rest of the year. The right tackle might be back near the end of the year. But wow, what a performance here for the Bucs to be 5-1 already through the season with all these injuries. It's tremendous to see what quarterback Baker Mayfield has been able to do with this Buccaneers offense, and that's why he's the leading MVP candidate this year for the 2025 NFL season. We also seen Tez Johnson, a big catch for 45 yards and a touchdown here in this game. He's going to have to really step his game up heading into a big matchup here in Week 7 for the Buccaneers. Sterling Shepard with 2 catches for 51 yards. Cade Otton got 5 catches for 51 yards. He was used quite a bit in this offensive game plan. And then also Kareem Johnson, he had an incredible game with 4 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown grab. So we'll have to see what happens with this offense here going forward for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but a really good performance there from them and their defense. 6 sacks on the day, forcing a couple of turnovers, including a fumble. They forced a fumble, but also got 2 interceptions. So a really great day for the Buccaneers as they improved to 5-1 on the season. So thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Oh, what's going on? We got Lighthouse Keeper, one of our members in the chat. What's going on, bro? Zigzag, how you doing, man? Uh-oh, he's already asking about Week 7 matchups. Hell yeah, dude. Well, Zigzag, we'll have to wait and see. I'll get you guys my picks coming up on the on the next live stream we're going to do here as we get ready to set up for Thursday Night Football as well. I've been a pretty busy week, guys. I had a bunch of stuff to do for family members and for my wife, so we're finally able to get to some of these videos here today. So please, hey, bear with us. Hang out here. If you guys have any football questions, please let me know with the super chats here on Tim Reynolds Show. But don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And God bless and thank you guys for hanging out on the Tim Reynolds Show. All right, guys, we're about halfway through. So up next, we've seen the New England Patriots travel to take on the New Orleans Saints. The Patriots get the victory in this one, 25-19. We did see the Saints try to perform a good comeback. The second half, we've seen both teams only score a field goal, and we've seen the first quarter explode with this New England Patriots offense, as we've seen quarterback Drake May with 18 for 26 for 261 passing yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. This New England Patriots team looks legit, especially with how good they've been on the road this season. Their defense is starting to play a little bit better, and I like what I'm seeing from this Patriots squad. And another tough loss here for the Saints at home. And up next, guys, we got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And of course, Pittsburgh handles their business after they scored 14 points in the fourth quarter and held the Browns offense to only field goals throughout this game as they get a 23-9 victory in this one. A really step-up performance from the defense for Pittsburgh that hasn't been that great this season. They most certainly balled out in this game. Aaron Rodgers does his thing as well with a very efficient day for him. As we see, Rodgers went 21 for 30 for 235 yards and 2 passing touchdowns in this one. The running game still needs to get going for Pittsburgh a little bit better. Jalen Warren with 11 carries for 52 yards on the day. But DK Metcalf, he's starting to get better and better in this offense with 4 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown here in this one. A great performance. And Darnell Washington, a breakout performance as well with 3 catches for 62 yards. Now, the defense for Pittsburgh, they sacked Dylan Gabriel, the rookie quarterback, 6 times in this game, and it was tremendous that we didn't see Dylan Gabriel with a turnover in this game. As we see, he went 29 for 52 for 221 passing yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But guys, what is Cleveland doing? They got Quinshon Judkins, who's been one of the better young running backs this season, and the rookie only had 12 carries for 36 yards, averaging 3 yards a carry, but they throw the ball 52 times. Like, come on, Cleveland. You got to have more balance on offense. Harold Fan Jr. Finished with 7 catches for 81 yards on the day as well. Jerry Jeudy with 5 catches for 43 yards in this game, and that was about it here for the Cleveland Browns. And guys, this Pittsburgh Steelers team looks legit. If they start running the ball better on offense and this defense continues to improve week after week, especially with the way they were able to sack the quarterback here against Cleveland, this Pittsburgh Steelers team could be a legit contender going forward here in the 2025 NFL season. Up next, guys, we got a big upset. This was the Carolina Panthers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And man, the Panthers improved to 3-0 at home this season with a 30-27 victory. And guys, we would see the Panthers ball out behind their former Dallas Cowboy running back Rico Dowdle as number 5 continues his hot streak after he rushed for over 200 yards a couple of weeks ago, over 200 scrimmage yards last week. He does the same thing here in this one as he's got 30 carries for 183 yards on the day. But not only that, he added 4 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown grab in this one. A really good performance from Bryce Young, who really got the offense to stay together, was really rooting up his team and had his teammates back in this one. 199 yards on 17 for 25 passing, so an efficient day for him with 3 touchdown passes, only 1 interception, and they only gave up 1 sack in the game. So really a great performance there. 216 total rushing yards on the day as well. So they had more rushing yards than they did passing yards. A lot of times that's a good recipe for success for a lot of offenses. And we've seen Tommy Tremble with 4 catches for 39 yards. And then Traquan McMillan, the rookie wide receiver, with 3 catches for 29 yards and 2 touchdown grabs in this game. A big performance here for the defense for Carolina as well. As we see, Dak Prescott did did throw for 261 yards and 3 touchdown passes, but only 31 rushing yards as an offense, and that's not going to cut it when you're trying to win football games. But George Pickens continues to ball out with 9 catches for 168 yards and a touchdown grab in this one. Jake Ferguson with 3 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown grab as well for him. A good performance here for the Dallas offense, but unfortunately the defense was not able to get the job done, and Dallas now falls to 2-3-1 on the season, but Carolina, a surprising 3-3 on the year, now 3-0 at home. And guys, coming up next, we've got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And guys, the Ravens really competed their tails off in this one, but unfortunately, they lose yet again as we see the Rams get the victory over the Ravens 17-3 here in this one. Matthew Stafford, 17 for 26 for 181 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. Now, this was kind of a down day for him, but Matthew Stafford has been leading the league in passing yards throughout the year. So he's really, this was kind of his first down game of the season. Kyren Williams finished with 13 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. They really held this offense to not very many numbers throughout this game. Tyler Higbee with 4 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Adams with 4 catches for 39 yards. Puka Nacua, unfortunately, goes out of this game with an injury after only 2 catches for 28 yards. So kind of pedestrian day for the offense, but the defense really stepped up for the Rams in this one, as we see Cooper Rush, unfortunately, only 72 passing yards in this one, 11 for 19. He throws another interception. We did see Tyler Huntley come in the fourth quarter, but time was just not on their side, as they only had 117 total passing yards in this game. They did run the ball for 179 yards. Derrick Henry with 24 carries for 122 yards, but no touchdowns on the ground there for Derrick Henry. And this was a tough performance there for the offense, especially after the defense really kind of balled out in this one, trying to shut down the Rams, especially with all the injuries they have on defense there for the Ravens. We did see Zay Flowers with 6 catches for 46 yards and Justice Hill with 5 catches for 28 yards as well in this game. So a tough performance there for the Ravens, and the Rams improved to 4-2 on the year. And they look like a legit playoff contender going forward as well. And then, guys, up next, we got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And, guys, to be honest, not much to talk about here in this one stat-wise, as we see the Raiders get their first victory in quite a while, 20-10 over the Tennessee Titans. But the big news coming out of this one is the Titans have fired their head coach after this particular loss here. A tough start to the year, 1-5, and that's not what the Titans front office was looking for. As we see Cam Ward, the rookie quarterback, will have to look for a new head coach to teach him in his sophomore season in his second year in the NFL, as he went 26 for 38 for 222 passing yards, 1 touchdown pass and 1 interception, but he was sacked 6 times in this game. That seems to be a problem there, protecting their young quarterback there for Tennessee, and not very good running the ball as well. Only 65 total rushing yards here in this one, but Van Jefferson with 4 catches for 75 yards had a great day there for that offense for the Titans. For Geno Smith, only 174 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He's got to get the interceptions down, guys. He's thrown a pick, I think, almost in every game this season. So Geno Smith has got to start playing a lot better if this Raiders team is going to go anywhere this season. They only get their second win of the year, as we've seen Alshon Jeffrey struggles to run the football as well with this offense, with 23 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown on the ground, but only 68 total rushing yards, with negative rushing yards from this quarterback and the backup running back. But we did see Trey Tucker with 5 catches for 70 yards, and Michael Mayer catches his first touchdown of the year with 5 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. So a really good performance here for the Raiders to finally get a victory. Their defense is the one who really carried them to the victory there in that game against the Titans. And good luck to the Titans, man. They're going to have to look for a new head coach by the end of the season. So then coming up next, guys, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. We're taking on the Green Bay Packers there in Lambeau, and the Packers had to score 17 points in the fourth quarter to be able to get the victory here, as we see the Bengals kept it close, but unfortunately they were not able to get the victory, as we see the Green Bay Packers win 27-18 in this one. And of course, we see Josh Jacobs ball out with 18 carries for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. When this guy carries the ball almost at least 20 times a game and is able to get over 5 yards per carry, this offense is almost unstoppable for Green Bay. We did see Jordan Love finish the day with 19 19 for 26 for 259 yards through the air with one touchdown pass and one interception. They were able to keep the quarterback clean as well, only giving up one sack. We've seen 153 total rushing yards in this one, so a nice balance here for the offense for Green Bay. Matthew Golden had his breakout game with 3 catches for 86 yards in this one. Josh Jacobs also added to his total with 5 catches for 57 yards in this one. That means he had 250 total yards from scrimmage in this game. An excellent performance from him. And Romeo Doubs with 5 catches for 55 yards as well, with Tucker Kraft, the tight end, having 2 catches for 43 yards and the touchdown grab. And we look here, Joe Flacco made his first start for the Cincinnati Bengals, and the 40-year-old quarterback, I should say, Flacco really performed well. 29 for 45 for 219 yards, 2 touchdown passes. He didn't turn the ball over as well, but the running game was just so pedestrian for the Bengals. Only 55 total rushing yards here. They're not able to get Chase Brown going, and this offense has been struggling running the football. But Jamar Chase balled out with 10 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown grab in this one. And T. Higgins did his thing as well with 5 catches for 62 yards for number 5 there. A big performance here in this one for the Bengals, even though they come up short. The offense could have a chance against the Steelers defense on Thursday Night Football, but a good win there for the Green Bay Packers here in this matchup. And then coming up next, guys, we got the Sunday Night Football primetime matchup. That was the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And guys, just want to give a quick shout out to my chat here. You guys are doing so awesome. Jesus is King. What's going on, man? Lighthouse Keeper. Appreciate you, dog. What's going on? We got Dinger Nation 11. What's up, bro? Hope you like the shout out. Appreciate you, man. Mark, what's going on, man? Appreciate it. Got the diehard Eagle fans in the chat. Erica, what's going on, man? Look like Travis Kelce. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. LeBron James in the chat. What's up, LJ? And Pittsburgh trash, Eddie says, the Cleveland fan. What's up, dude? Is Mike back? Says the football goat. Welcome back to the chat. Yes, Mike Evans is on his way back, hopefully this week for the Buccaneers. I'm looking forward to it, man. Lighthouse Keeper, one of our members here, says, let's go Chargers. Hell yeah, I like that. Tony, with the like and subscribe, appreciate you, bro. And we also see Dirty Mike. You the man, Tim. Bring the awesome energy. Love your stuff. Thank you, Dirty Mike. Appreciate you in the chat, guys. So let's get to this matchup here, guys, where we're seeing the Kansas City Chiefs get the 30-17 victory over the Detroit Lions. Now, Jared Goff, a very efficient day for him. He didn't turn the ball over, 23 for 29, 203 passing yards, and 2 touchdown passes, but he caught a touchdown pass on a trick play that was called back in this game. Honestly, I didn't understand the call, but apparently it was some type of illegal motion on the offense. It definitely hurt the Lions in this one. And I don't want to say the refs gave the game away to the Chiefs because you see what the final score was. Honestly, I think the Chiefs offense really broke out in this one with all the injuries that the Detroit Lions defense is dealing with right now. The offense here, we've seen Jahmyr Gibbs with 17 carries for 65 yards, but David Montgomery only with 4 carries for 24 yards. They've got to balance that out a little bit better, man, and try to make sure they're giving Montgomery a lot of touches on the ground as well. And then we would see 66 yards for Jamison Williams and a big touchdown grab as well on 6 catches with 7 targets there for the number 1, the receiver that wears number 1. Sam Laporta with 5 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown as well, with Amon-Ra St. Brown having 9 catches for 45 yards in this game too. David Montgomery did pick up some passing yards here, I should say some receiving yards, with 2 catches for 37 yards in this game. But Patrick Mahomes continues to ball out as he went 22 for 30 for 257 passing yards in this one and 3 touchdown passes. An incredible performance for the quarterback there that people need to remember. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, no matter what the team looks like around him. Honestly, man, a really good offensive performance here for the Chiefs. And now they're going to get Rashid Rice back this upcoming week. So a good performance heading into week 7. Travis Kelce finishes with 6 catches for 78 yards as well. Juju Smith-Schuster with 3 catches for 57 yards. And Hollywood Brown had 2 touchdown grabs on 4 catches for 45 yards in this game. And guys, also, there was a little bit of a scuffle, a fight, if you will, after this game. As we see Branch, the safety for the Lions, got into it with Juju Smith-Schuster. And unfortunately now for Branch, he's been suspended after those actions at the end of the game that their head coach Campbell had to apologize for. So honestly, Brian Branch, tough luck for that guy. He's a really good playmaker, but now the Lions are going to be without another member of that secondary heading into week 7. And then, guys, we had a double header on Monday Night Football as we seen the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Buffalo Bills. And guys, the Falcons end up with the 24-14 victory here in this one as we see a big breakout for performance from Drake London with 10 catches for 158 yards and a touchdown, but Bijan Robinson as well with 170 rushing yards in this one. What a performance on 19 carries. He got a rushing touchdown, and we also seen him used in the passing game with 6 catches for 68 yards. This guy is a fantasy football beast right now for the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix finishes 20 for 32 with 250 passing yards in this one and 1 passing touchdown. So an incredible performance there for the Atlanta Falcons. Their defense got to the quarterback Josh Allen 4 times in this one, forced a couple of turnovers as we see Josh Allen throws 2 interceptions with 180 passing yards and 2 touchdown passes, but they were really tough. Really running the ball in the first half. It wasn't until the second half that we see James Cook really step up here, and that's what got Buffalo back into the game. As they went into a 21-7 hole at halftime. Buffalo tried to claw their way back, but Atlanta shuts down the comeback in the fourth quarter with the defense there. Joshua Palmer ended up injured in this game after 2 catches for 60 yards to lead the team. So that was a tough showing there for this receiving core for Buffalo. They're going to have to get something worked out, maybe even try to find a guy in at the trade deadline to try to add to this receiving core here to try to help out, especially if Joshua Palmer is going to miss a few weeks. But a great win there for Atlanta. And then, guys, the final matchup here on the day. We've seen the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders, and the Chicago Bears become the first team since the merger in NFL history to have back-to-back 1-point wins with the same score. I mean, guys, this was crazy. The Chicago Bears win 25-24 after a last-second field goal as the Bears offense drives down the field, taking advantage of another turnover here for the Washington offense. As we go over their numbers, Jalen Daniels finishes 19 for 26 for 211 passing yards, 3 touchdown passes, but an interception, and unfortunately, there was a fumble that was credited to Daniels, one that he lost. He had 2 fumbles on the day, and also Jacory Korski Merritt, or Bill, also lost a fumble here in this one. So 3 total turnovers for the Commanders offense. That's not going to help you win football games. As we see Jacory finish with 17 carries for 61 yards on the day. They had 124 rushing yards, so not bad on the ground. But we did see Chris Moore have a breakout performance with 3 catches for 46 yards and a touchdown, with Zach Ertz having 6 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. He was the number 1 target here in this one. Deebo Samuel wasn't much of a factor here in this game. It was a sloppy, rainy game, but the Bears were able to pull out the victory as Caleb Williams finishes 17 for 29 for 252 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown. He was sacked 3 times in the game, but the team did not turn the ball over, which was the best part here in this one. They had a couple of fumbles, but were able to recover them. We see DeAndre Swift, a big game for him in this one with 14 carries for 108 yards. He also had 2 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown here in this one. A great performance from him. And Luther Burden III finishes with 4 catches for 51 yards as well, with DJ Moore having 3 catches for 42 yards in this one. A great win for Chicago, who's won 3 straight after losing 2 in a row to start the season. And what can you say about the Commanders? They've got to start playing a little bit more safe football, if you know what I mean. They got to stop turning the ball over and making all these crucial mistakes that have really cost them football games up until this point. But a big victory victory here for Chicago. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been Tim Reynolds Show's NFL Week 6 review for the 2025 NFL season right here on one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. And guys, before we get off, we'll hop in the chat. Try to give you guys any good shout outs if I can. If you guys have any football questions, please make sure you hit me up with those super chats before we get off here, guys. Thank you so much. Fly Eagles Fly, what's up, man? Welcome back. Abby, how you doing? Welcome back as well. What's the guy? You got Zap in here. What's up, man? Yeah, we like to talk fast. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Abby says Steelers catching the dub tonight. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. Fire OD NFL. What's up, bro? Yo, I like 3 teams, and it's funny because 2 of them are the Commanders and Bucks. You're a Bucks fan. I'm talking to come out the Commanders. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, look, I like the Commanders too, especially what you see what their team looks like, but they're not putting it all together right now, man. They've got to get things changed around there for them to continue to be really competitive there, the Washington Commanders. What's up, Fly Eagles Fly? Yeah, the Steelers getting the win tonight with Trey Hendrickson hurt, says Fly Eagles Fly. Okay, get that. I get that. Oh, yeah, looks like I caught the end. Hell yeah, appreciate you, Fire OG. And Darren says, go Birds. Hell yeah, man. And number 1 is the Patriots. We run the East, man. Hell yeah, dude. And we'll have to face the New England Patriots coming up here in a couple of weeks, too. My Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm really looking forward to that match as well. So shout out to the Fire OD NFL in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Nice having hardcore NFL fans here in the chat. And guys, this has been your Week 6 review for the 2025 NFL season right here on Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys here with a couple more live streams coming up tonight. All right, peace out, everybody.